And we are now live. So, good evening and good morning to y'all. Very glad we took our time and we got here together for our upcoming game. So long awaited. And once again, guys, I'm terribly sorry for last week. I will take measures so that won't hinder us anymore. Okay?
Fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so now that we are here and we the last time we played was 2 weeks ago, who will be the hero that will save us from having to play blindly without knowing what we did?
Uh, mean,
Who was the last one who did recap?
wait, remember.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll do it.
Uh,
I don't
okay.
recall who it was, but I think I recall just enough to give us at least a bare bones.
Okay, go.
So we were dealing with the fallout from our encounter with
Mhm.
Taro's brother and the loss of Taro, or the double loss, seeing as how he died and then he was stolen from us. And we got to know our, I wouldn't say replacement because he hasn't proven himself just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Our substitute for
The new
poor
body.
Taro. Yes, yes, the new body, same soul situation.
Uh-huh.
And we learned that he has his own axe to grind with Taro's brother.
Yes.
And we dickered about trying to decide what to do next because we were at a loss. And we decided to go track down our Corge contact with, if I may be mixing sessions, with only a minimum of threatened arson.
Mhm. That may
Um,
have been before.
yeah,
Because I think
I'm. It's been a bit. I'm might be mixing sessions
uh,
up, but
we did go to the tavern right after that.
yes, went to the tavern and we got a deal, or however you want to say it, made an arrangement to go to the necropolis
Mhm.
for some vague purpose. I don't really remember. I'll be honest, I don't recall.
It was for the the orc lady, her body.
Oh, right, trying to get
Yeah,
her
yeah.
soul back in her body, and we had to go get the body
Mhm.
because
Well,
the
we're also.
necromancers didn't want to let go of it, and
Uh,
we basically said, "Hey, we'll work for you for a month. Give us the body, yada yada." And they're like, "Well, you got to go do this. You got to go talk to our boss." And they were going to set up a teleport of some kind to get us to the necropolis.
Exactly. And a scroll to get back.
Yes, a
uh,
scroll of teleportation or teleportation circle to get back.
Kami is
And
also sending there for that jar,
oh
if I
yes, and
remember
we're
correctly.
also hunting for the capture jar for the dragon soul.
Hmm.
And I believe we at that point had taken a long rest as we were waiting for him to arrange transport, and I think that's about where we left off.
I think so.
Perfect. So you are now on your way to a dark and unknown land. You had your time, a few hours actually, to prepare because this is something you decided in the last minute. but something that uh, you have to do now if you want to accomplish all your goals. So, is there anything else that you still want to do while intervening before you go to that uh, corpse merchant?
Do we have a line on a bag of holding yet?
I think we did get a bag of holding from Tommy. Uh,
Yeah, I believe you do have.
Okay, somebody should toss that in their gear.
hmm,
Actually, hang on. I'm probably the strongest. I should probably do it.
Hmm.
makes sense. Uh, we're going to a Is there any gear that we should probably get? We're going to a very undead, supernatural heavy location. Uh, do you think silver might help us if we can get some of that? Or would that be too much?
Uh, what is that again?
Just like a silver weapon, silver anything. Just
Uh,
silver.
yes, yes. I believe it has a fixed price. Yeah, silvered weapon. A chemical process upon the silver to this magic weapon. When you score a critical hit with it against a creature that is shape shifted, the weapons deal one additional die of damage. Ooh, there's that now.
Hmm.
It's a little bit different from what it was. Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
hundred
that
gold
could be.
pieces. 100 gold pieces for a single weapon, or 10 pieces of ammunition to be silvered. Do you wish to see if you can get it for free with one of your patrons?
Hmm. Do we think that would be useful? Like, uh, you say I could play. Could I get a weapon that I already have silver plated?
Yes.
Uh, could I just could I just get that? I have a dagger. It's was it Ralph's Rudolph? His dagger. Can I get his dagger?
Hmm.
Silver plated.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then
Okay.
I'll do that.
Um, holy water or
Holy water,
oil, holy
maybe.
oil, blessed oil, whatever. If we're dealing with undead,
What's
it
it?
might not be the worst idea.
What's holy oil? Is it just like? Huh?
I mean, I'm thinking like holy water type thing, something that might be useful against undead.
That would be very. That would. Hmm, that could be very handy.
Yeah. Do you want something? There are two options. You can get holy water, okay, as it is in the book, or if you want, you can get something uh, that I'll call a alchemical oil. That it's something you coat your weapon with, and it lasts for a duration, but then it wears off. That you can deal an additional type of damage. So, for example, you can buy an alchemical oil that will, when you coat your weapon, it deals 1d6 of radiant damage extra.
That is good.
That's very good.
Yes.
And you can have that for any type of
Yeah.
damage, but it's a consumable item. It's like a potion for dealing more damage.
I understand. Uh, that'd be very handy to have. How much
No,
is it?
Uh, it depends on the damage type. For the common
Hmm.
types of damage like fire, cold, let me write that down. Um, fire, cold, lightning, thunder, poison, and acid. Those are 150 GP per flask. The other types like radiant, force, necrotic, psychic. Am I missing something? No, right?
Horse.
Necrotic, radiant, psychic, force. Those are 250 gold pieces.
Force is very interesting because very few enemies are resistant to force.
Right. Psychic won't be any good against undead.
Mm-mm.
Radiant, very good against that.
Radiant and fire would be useful.
Yeah, radiant, fire, and force.
Definite. Well, okay. Force definitely, because if we run into any kind of like ghosts, we can't damage them without magic.
Uh,
Mm.
Normal weapons won't touch them.
will silver touch them?
I don't know. I don't believe so.
Some, not all. I mean, like I have a normal bow, but I'm good because I automatically make my arrows magical
Right, and
thanks
I'm fine
to.
too. So
Mm.
I mean, I think I'll be all right when it comes to undead. I can possibly like channel divinity. I can turn undead.
Yeah, no, you're a cleric.
okay,
You're good.
Yeah,
then we
I
should be
think I'll
good.
be, but do we think maybe we should take like a fire flask just in case? That might be helpful.
If you need it, go ahead.
Uh, I think I'm good. Okay.
So are we
I think
picking
I'm good.
anything up?
Mm. At least one, either radiant or force.
Up to you.
We're taking a what of a radiant force?
A potion to coat our weapon.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay, that's interesting. That's
Mm.
interesting.
What do you think, Arthur?
The idea of something to coat the weapons into radiant damage in the necropolis is pretty nice.
So
Sounds
radiant
good.
then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
radiant.
All right, we'll take one of those. How many weapons will that coat, Ariel?
Yeah, there is two options. You can. Let me double check. That's from a homebrew, but one that I like a lot. Let me. But yeah, yeah,
Oh, is this that PDF you gave us last campaign?
maybe it it possibly is. It's the one from Darker Dungeons, and I'm using some stuff from that because it's the on this, at least on this arc, in this history arc, because it fits the theme of the necropolis.
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, you can coat your weapon. If you coat your weapon, you spend 1 minute carefully applying the oil, which lasts for up to 1 hour. Okay, or you can splash. Splashing your weapon with the flask spends a bonus action instead of 1 minute to apply, but lasts for up to 1 minute instead of 1 hour. And when you splash on an oil, you reduce the number of charges it has by one. So, um, yeah. Uh, yeah, I'll say that each. Yeah, I'll say that you can either coat once with a flask, spend a whole flask, or you can splash like 2 times. You spend half
Okay.
and then half. Does that make sense? Sounds fair?
Okay.
I think,
Yeah,
I
it's
think that
good.
sounds fair.
Let's buff it a little. You can spend the whole flask and 1 minute coating, and it will last for until your next rest. Okay?
Oh, that's very nice.
Because of the price, because the price was determined by me, so it it's okay if we buff it a little. So yeah, you can either choose to use it before a combat ensues because you have time to prepare, or if you're caught off guard and you still need the buff, you can spend a bonus action, just do it on the fly and continue you so you not to lose. But it will last for one fight only because it's just 1 minute.
It's good.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Sounds good.
any other questions?
Uh, I can think of.
Not
No.
here.
Okay, so you now move towards the your friend, and now you know what his profession is. I just decided. He is a necromerchant. Huh? Like necromancer,
Necro.
but necromerchant. Nah, it sounded better in my head before I said it out loud.
No, that
Necro
sounds cool.
slaver.
Yeah,
More
oh
like
god.
necroslaver. Yeah, I just saw the other server for the vampire game just now.
The other
Sorry.
server.
Hello.
Oh no, Arthur, you're not going for Longoni as your last name in the game.
I fucking did it. I'll
Yeah.
fucking do it again.
Okay.
Yep.
But back to the game. You go back to the docks district of the city after packing up on all the necessary items for your travel. You're all aware of where you're going, although you do not know the details. Everyone, everywhere, knows that the Shadowlands, that the Necropolis, it's probably the weirdest, most dangerous, and deadly place on this world. Unaware of what to expect and only hoping that the teamwork and your abilities will suffice, you walk through the streets of Dervin, looking around at the buildings, the colorful places, houses, trying to fixate in your head that you wish to see these buildings again. You see the that carriage, that very distinctive vehicle where the mysterious necromerchant does his business, a court and his business deals. He is once again with his carriage packed with the dead, and he once again smiles from behind that mask as he greets you, saying, "Are you now ready?"
Yes, I believe we are.
If so, please enter the carriage and wait.
I enter the carriage.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Once again, the unbearable smell of death invades your nostrils, but you have to endure it. The carriage moves, you have no windows for which to look from, you just know that you're trapped. At one point, there seems to be fog and mist invading the carriage from the outside. And you seem to have crossed what looks like a bridge because of the sound. And the ground where you're currently standing feels a little shaky, but you still are. You can still hear the horses. You can still see that the movement is as normal. You feel like you're traveling towards somewhere. Is there something you wish to do besides waiting?
Mm. Uh, I guess I'll inspect the because we're surrounded by bodies, right?
Yeah.
Just to kind of kill time, I guess. I guess Cassian will just start like poking around, just kind of looking at him, seeing if he can like see anything noteworthy. You know, I don't think he's trying to find anything specifically. He's just kind of killing time. Killing time.
Jean's basically the same. He just starts fidgeting with a silver chain on his suit.
Yeah.
Eh,
You,
Waiting.
You know,
Yeah, I was waiting too.
I
you
will.
know. Besides the smell, if I'm being honest, this carriage is not that messy. If that makes sense. I was expecting a lot more mess. If I'm being honest.
So
No,
you're
why
ready
would
with your
you?
merchandise.
From what I'm seeing, these are practical people. I mean, like,
Yeah.
why would you want to lean into the splatter side of necromancy unless that was, well, your thing? But it it adds no value unless you are using it to shock the enemy. We're not enemies.
I think
This is
they
one
deal
of their
in
vehicles. Like,
more recently deceased bodies, bodies that are more passable, shall we say,
mm,
more capable in combat.
Yeah, that is the
Right.
the vibe that you get. They all look like they are in conditions to be workers.
John is sitting there, eyes closed, just breathing deeply, waiting.
Yep.
You know, it reminds me of my classes of necromancy. It was pretty nice, pretty fun. I could be a necromancer one day, but I decided to go the other way. I could try this again sometime in the future.
Let's see if. I guess it depends on how this mission goes. We may be very favorable towards necromancy at the end of it. Maybe we won't be.
Oh, I totally am.
Kind of up in the air, really.
I just don't enjoy that much dealing with the bodies and the smell of that, but I could do that in the future totally.
I think it's kind of crazy. If you had told me a week ago I would be in a carriage piloted by a necromancer on our way to the necropolis of all places, I would have had some choice words.
It's free real estate. You get workers for free, usually.
If it works, it works. I mean, like, I did take a bit of necromancy as an elective, but
Elected? Oh, my
yeah,
college.
to infuse arrows mostly.
Financially, it's the
How,
purest form of profit.
how would
Yes.
necromancy?
Not wrong.
The hardest part is, of course, going to graveyards and stealing bodies of the deceased, and they're doing that part pretty legally.
Well, as you took your time to start to get yourselves comfortable and familiar with the place, you're now seem to be locked in. The shakiness of the ground you're on starts to increase, and the the sound of the waves crashing make you sure of what of where you currently are. You're inside a carriage, the same one you entered in the docks district, but he took you inside a ship, and you are now soaring the seas.
Um, are we on the ocean?
Yes.
I missed
Catherine
it.
says it. Are we on the ocean? What is this?
Remember that time we talked about do a nautical campaign and then we decided to
Yeah,
never go to the seas, never?
yeah. It's been so long. I miss the sea.
We spent so long in Turban. It's been.
Uh huh.
Oh,
To think
this, oh no,
we
this is
would
the
end up
first time.
soaring the sea and inside a carriage full of dead bodies. Who would have
Oh,
thought?
uh, I think I think Caspian doesn't talk like while after he realizes they're on the ocean. I don't think he says a word until he gets to the necropolis. Uh, this is this is like the first time he's been on the ocean since he renounced his god.
Yes, it's the faith crisis.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that if you were to to go uh, towards the necropolis. Let's say, for example, using your own ship, using Domino's Gambit. It would take days, maybe a week and a half, because as you can see here on the map, you have to get out of the bay. You have to go around the continent, and then you can go down here to the shadowy lands. So that's what causes. For some reason, my ruler is okay. It froze there completely, but I don't know. So that's why it surprises you that after maybe 1 hour and a half, the ship seems to stop, and you hear three knocks on the carriage with the coach saying, "We have arrived."
Uh, are we here?
Don't you
That was
believe?
only an hour.
Don't
And
you believe me?
I'm just.
Come out, and
It's not that
see
I
with
don't
your own eyes.
believe.
I speed channel.
Caspian like leaves the carriage to see if he's actually there.
Caspian, as you open the carriage, you see darkness. You see you see yourself somewhere where the the sky is completely clouded, and the clouds are dark, as if it's about to as if you were about to be hit by a heavy rain. You look around and you see what resembles a port, but you see that there are miles from one end from one side where your eyes can see to the other of complete emptiness. There is no other ship anywhere that you can see in these docks. There are no dock workers. There is no one. There is just open space, and you can see that everything is it's like a city. It's constructed. You see buildings. You see from far when you look towards the city, you can see that there is a great pyramid of in this poor lighting it looks like black stone, but it could be any other color really. It's so dimly lit that you can't see any colors if there are any. But what causes you most affliction, or at least uneasiness, is that this place feels empty. It feels like you have entered a void. You even look back inside the carriage to see if your companions are still there, and it relieves you that you see everyone where they once were. But when you look outside, it's almost like you are alone in the universe. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think I just like he just kind of stares at like I think the dogs being empty really unnerves him. Is it even like at night in any dock, any normal dock? There's like ship hands, like ships, and like there's activity. Even if it's not
Yes.
like as bustling, maybe necessarily in the daytime, there's still activity. There's still life. So just seeing just like nothing is just quietly disconcerting. I guess I'll turn to the necro merchant and just go like, "How did you? How? 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 That trip should have taken days.
Magic?
Not any magic I know of.
Neither do I,
Excessive
but
magic, but
I mean, there.
There's there's a shadow gate.
what doesn't the sea?
I didn't even feel anything. I just felt like I felt the water. I what? What?
Perhaps we have some kind of portal in the sea, and only the necromancers know it, people from Necropolis. So
Maybe
they probably know to which side they are, how to use them.
that that kind of magic could revolutionize the nautical world. That's
Yeah,
okay. That's
right. Yeah.
yeah.
So apparently the people from Necropolis, they are great navigators.
They're far better than I've ever seen. Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's much I could learn here.
And the Necropolis is as dark and creepy as I expected.
And it's just the docks being. Are the docks always this empty?
He says, the necropolis is the largest city in this world. So the docks are always busy. Maybe just not where you currently are.
Okay.
Bigger the docks in Necropolis.
He says, unassured. Okay. Where where should we go?
mm,
I'd like to not stay here if that's all right.
We will go
Yeah.
towards my master. He is the only one that you need to see here in the city. But you have to wait until he's until it's best for him to have you.
Could we wait somewhere not here?
You may wait anywhere that you wish.
Okay.
But
Well,
I will warn you, my master. It's one of the few important people in the city. He is one of the unperishable masters. That means he has no rush for any meeting of any kind. So
We
you
should wait
must
until
be
it's
patient.
night.
No, it's not night. It just never brightens here.
Correct.
Oh.
okay.
This place is a shadowy land for a reason. The sun has never touched its surface.
I thought they had a dark and even darker time.
Yeah.
Perpetual twilight is not simply a phrase here. It is a way of life.
So it's always dark like this. I mean,
It is.
So it's quite interesting
For me.
actually.
Okay. Well, is there a means you have of contacting us when we should meet?
There are many ways. Don't need to worry. Once your presence is requested, you will know.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I might ask you a quick question.
Ask away.
Does your master have a name? I hate to poke somewhere I'm not supposed to, or offend him in any way. I would like to know, like, maybe a title, anything that we can, like, identify what's his and not to mess with while we're here.
Yes, of course. Let me. Ah, his name. I believe I have already told you this, but he is known here by his initials, DK.
Okay.
Decay. Okay.
Yeah.
Deathless King.
Ooh, that's a
Define
good one.
Darth Klingon.
Darth on.
He is the Drift King. What if you want?
Oh, so he's a little white punk. Got it.
Oh
Oh no,
no.
not the Drift King. Oh god.
Gas, gas, gas.
At first I thought of Death Knight, then I thought of Deathless King. And when
No, it's
someone said
Batman,
Darth
Dark
something,
Knight.
I thought about Darth Knight, Darth Nox.
Yes.
Hmm.
The true answer will surprise you, but yeah, you may keep your guess. Your guesses are as
It's
good as
Derek
mine.
Kinder.
I'm still betting on Deathless King or something like that.
So you may enjoy the hospitality of the necropolis for now.
Well, thank you.
Alright, so do you have some kind of inn where we could spend the night or the night?
In
Um, Jean will just look at the rest of you and say, "Follow me," and start
okay.
off.
Okay.
Ominous.
Caspian will follow you, trusting his friend.
All right. Let's go.
So it's gonna take about half an hour, but you will find a tavern, one of the few in the Shadowlands, as this is not really a land for the living, but they do have a few places for visitors to stay. Unfortunately for the rest of you, the bartender slash tavern keeper is undead. I'll
Makes
leave the
sense.
description to Ariel for this one because I know he's got something funky in mind for parts of this adventure.
I do.
We have an innkeeper that's undead.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has an image already prepared for this.
Actually, I do have an image that I kind of lost the timing, but I will use now. Okay, so before we go to the tavern, I want each of you to roll a d6.
Oh no.
It's very
Oh,
important.
yay, let's have fun. It's been a while. Let's
Yeah.
have something fun happen.
5. All right. 6. All
What?
right.
Wow.
6.
6.
Another
Oh.
6.
Okay,
Hey. Double sixes, dude.
we're saving that for later, okay? But for now,
4.
this is uh, an idea of what you see. So you're in the docks. You see the the necro merchant walking away towards the huge sprawling city until he vanishes. You
That's what I
start
thought.
wandering around, guided by Jean, who seems confident of where he is going, of what he expects to find. And you see a little bit more of this weird and yeah, this overall different place. You see tall buildings made of stone. Very few are of different materials. But you notice that all the houses and the buildings are constructed very far apart from one another. Like there is everywhere that you go, every corner, every street that you walk, it seems to have plenty of empty space. There is nothing separating like a sidewalk or a street. There are no bridges. There is nothing. It's just solid ground. In some places, it's flat stone ground. In others, it's more irregular, dirty dirt. But uh, the place overall, the city overall seems like it's built upon a plain. So there are no hills, there are no uh, elevation. It's just a objectively plain city with buildings scattered all around. And on your travels, once again, you see no one. You see nothing. There are no animals. There are no bugs. There are no birds. There are no citizens. It's just emptiness. The buildings and the cities and the houses, there are no windows. There are only great stone doors. And everywhere you go, you see no one entering or leaving anywhere. But Jean is confident that he will take you to somewhere. There is nothing that distinguishes this tavern or whatever it is from any other of those other buildings and places. But for a single, but for a single, what is it called? Uh, oh my God! Let me just double check on the Google Translate. Yeah, just a slab, a stone slab with different rooms, as if as if it's trying to say the word in many different languages. None of it, none of which is the common tongue.
Kind of a Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Huh. How did you know this was here?
As we draw closer to the building, I will point out another building and I will tell the rest of you, if I catch you guys in that building for more than a minute, I'm going to kill you all.
Um. Okay.
That
What?
is, do not go in there. That is a brothel.
Oh.
They have they have
Right.
brothels in here.
Um,
Hey, I'm
let's put it this
sorry.
way: the girls are not alive. Don't go in there.
How do you know these things? Have you been here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's all John is going to say on the topic, and he will refuse to answer any other questions at the
oh, I
moment.
heard a song
Okay.
about that once.
And he
It,
takes you to the tavern, which, again, like Ariel said, is completely indistinguishable from the rest of the buildings. Is the most basic, threadbare, put together building. There are no chairs, there is a single table. The rooms are unfurnished. The dead have no need of niceties or furnishings. And when they built this, they had that whole concept in mind that literally bare bones.
Yeah.
There is a bar.
There
There
is,
is
uh, and just to add, there is simply no mobilia for anything. The table that um, the table there is no furniture. Better saying, uh, the the oh my god, why Arthur?
do I dare
I
even
love
look?
that song.
That's a good song for karaoke. But um, the table that you have, it's made of stone again. It seems like it's part of the construction of the place. And once you enter, there is no one in the bar. There is no other customers. But John, you know you have to approach the bar for the barkeeper to appear.
Indeed. And John will approach the bar.
With a ghastly sound, an intangible, transparent humanoid appears.
Uh.
Oh fuck. Okay, that
Hi.
explains why I see no one before.
I'm here to
Uh.
serve
Oh, I see.
refreshments for those that need.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for service.
Um, thank you.
Okay.
What do you desire? Water, alcohol,
Water. Yeah, just water.
or
I'll
I
milk?
yeah.
A
I'll
room
take.
and a bottle of decrepit Dan's.
Bottle of what?
What's it? Best not ask.
The
Do they have that bottle they call Drop of Nelson's Blood here?
the ghost is still in the same position with its arms spread, but the cups and glasses and bottles all start moving around him, and each thing that you mention, even if it's not a direct order, it's starts to get served on the bar.
Oh, it's absinthe. Oh god.
Oh Lord.
They have a.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's the best thing you're going to get to drink here besides water.
Absinthe? Okay, absinthe water. Right.
You know, quick question, Mr. Barkeep, ma'am, sir. I don't remember what I, um, what I don't mean this to be rude. It's all I can think about, and I feel like if I don't ask, I'm gonna go insane. What product did you use for your hair that lets it?
Jesus Christ.
It's like on there. Like, is it
It's
like
grave
forever?
dirt.
Is it grave dirt? I didn't. I mean, I've never
I
heard of.
believe it's great dirt, yeah.
I mean, but you must have died with like hella conditioner in.
Actually, that was electrocution.
Hmm.
Oh, makes sense.
Okay, hmm. Again, I don't mean to be a. I'm not talking. You should just down his water.
I
You mean
already
you
know
don't?
I will leave this place a wiser man. Yes.
And
You mean you don't wanted
Jean
to
will
kill a killjoy?
Jean will take a small silver knife and make an incision on his arm and pour about 3 ounces of blood into a glass and hand it over as payment for the alcohol.
Oh god, you're paying blood.
I genuinely forgot about
There is no need for payment. Guests of Lord DK,
that.
you're
Okay,
welcome to
thank
eat,
you.
drink, and sleep
Thanks.
as you please for as long as the, the unperishable master has invited you.
Okay. We appreciate
Okay,
the hospitality.
thank you. John. Um, what the fuck? You didn't like. You should have told maybe the class that you've been here before. Maybe that
It's
would have been
not
nice to have known.
it's not something I care to remember very often.
I mean, you didn't have to go into detail, but just like I mean, I guess it's a good thing. Okay, well, um, what now? We just,
We wait.
we just wait for what?
If you want to wander, that is your choice. But you better keep directions clear in your head because there are no markers to lead you back here.
I'm still curious about the brothel, but I'm still too afraid to go there.
Yeah, I feel like Jess is the least of our worries if we go there.
Only the most depraved people frequent that establishment.
What kind of people come here to go to a... I see no one alive in the streets.
Do we want to know?
Yeah, actually, I'm very curious about that too. What kind of living person would appear out of nowhere in the necropolis just to go to a brothel?
I
Ones
mean,
with particular tastes.
Then now it makes sense because the barkeep is a ghost or some kind of spirit, and I assume that most the inhabitants of the necropolis are incorporeal beings too.
Not in the brothel.
Yeah, not in the
It
brothel,
is
of course.
colloquially known as rot.
I get it. But, the other
Hey,
workers of the necropolis, are they most ghosts?
There are, how shall I put this? This is a land of undead. This is their Mecca. This is their holy land.
I
You will
see.
find you will find undead of all varieties here, from ghosts, zombies, mummies, to the top of the food
Mummies.
chain, the liches. Once in a while, a Draco lich, but very few living people come here and
Jean,
leave alive.
actually, do you want to roll a history check with advantage?
Yeah, sure. Let's see what we got.
Oh,
Hmm.
Hmm.
And what we
Nice.
got is something great. Okay, everything you just said, it's the truth, but there is more to it. The necropolis, it's it got famous as the city of the dead and a place where necromancy can be experimented and uh,
No restrictions.
used, yeah,
Refined.
refined without restrictions. But not only that, everything, anything that's immoral or illegal in other places can find its way here. For example, one of the imperishable masters. Yeah, the imperishable masters are leeches, vampires, all sorts of undead creatures. But there is one who is famous for he is a master enchanter wizard. He doesn't dabble with necromancy, but his art is also considered evil for some. The art of mind control, the art of erasing one's own will and pulling uh, someone's strings as a puppet, and many, many others. Uh, all the evil things you can think of, who we shall not mention and will not be part of our game for fun. But yeah, it's everything immoral, inhuman finds its way in the necropolis, for there are no rules.
it's not a good place
Yeah,
by any means.
by any
No.
means.
No.
From my understanding, the necropolis is where everybody goes, uh, where like you just can't go anywhere else. No one else will have you, so you go to the necropolis.
Pretty much. It's a place of last resort.
Hmm.
Oh,
Of desperate measures, of course.
I guess we fit that description in a sense. We are
Eh,
kind of desperate.
Yep.
So what's the
Let's
plan? Are we
skip
just
that
gonna
base and get back. Yes.
Yes.
Connie wants us to go find a jar of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
There
Would
may
it not be
be there may
to go?
be a merchant who can point us in the right direction. Whether or not, well, what am I saying? They're all undead here. He wouldn't go anywhere.
What kind of merchant? I
Well,
feel like
hmm,
I
So we
mean
can spend the night here until our meeting with the Master Decay, I believe.
we could do
Oh,
that.
wait. Decay!
DK. Duh.
Ah,
Decay!
ah,
Now we get
finally.
it.
Decay!
Oh no.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Uh,
But
yeah, it's funny. The Necropolis has jokes.
of course it does. We're here.
You're the joke.
So, no.
Okay, when you
Okay.
said, when John said, "Oh, we need to find a merchant who might know something," those great stone doors that you had to force them to push them to open starts moving again. Someone is trying to open the doors of the tavern.
Oh, looks like we got visitors.
When you when it finally opens on the other side, you see a humanoid shape. It behaves as someone who's alive.
Huh.
It moves as normally, not just like a zombie with rigor mortis or anything like that. Once the door is completely opened, you can see someone dressing in a dark leather armor, but so with some of its skin showing, like its arms and its face, and it's covered with black tattoos. But the color of their skin, it it looks a little lighter, almost like a gray color, and it has pointy ears, like those
A drow?
of a
Yum.
Shadarkai.
No, it's a Shudder guy. Woo woo.
It's a good time.
Oh, this should be
Remember what
fun.
happened the last time we played with the Shatterkai?
Oh,
I
don't
do.
remind me.
I knew I
And
was
barking.
right.
Yep.
We have the living back in the necropolis. May I
One would
join you?
say they never left.
No, but there are moments where we don't have many, such as yourself. I mean, the unaware.
I would offer you a seat, but there are no chairs, so take an elbow, I guess.
Offer a stand?
Yep. Walk up to the stone table and stand on the opposite side of them.
Well, there is. I'm very curious about what brings a group such as yours to our nice city. I know that it's probably one of the most desired vacation sites, right?
Yeah. Well, that depends. What brings you asking us questions?
As you ask that,
No.
Caspian, make an insight check.
Inside. Inside. It's an eight.
Perfect. That's what the DM likes. As you can already guess, there isn't much for one such as myself to do. So, I have heard the rumors. Someone saw you coming out of a ship. And since I have nothing else to do, I wanted to just be aware if we have any good news or.
Well, happy to make your acquaintance. My name's Caspian. Do you happen to have a name?
I do. My name is Noxala.
Well, it's a pleasure. Uh, like my friend said, welcome to join us for a drink. Uh, can't really give you too much gossip, being as we did just arrive.
But what brings you here? That's what I am dying to
Uh, you know,
Haha,
you
very
know,
good joke. Very good joke,
know.
yes.
Seems to be pretty much alive for me.
Seeing as how gossip doesn't really travel because there's nobody to spread it, and I know that nobody messes with the unperishable kings of this land. So it does us no harm to tell you we have a meeting with one of them.
Oh, and what kind of meeting?
That remains to be determined.
Well, by my experience, there is like one in 100 type of scenario where one means that you are not doomed, but you most likely are. The imperishable masters are treacherous. They have no quarter, they have no principles. They only go for what they desire because there is nothing that
Hmm.
can stop them.
So you're telling us that basically millennia old undead are evil. Color me shocked. Wow. Who would have thought?
I'm telling
Yes.
you
they're so
that they,
we do
if
have
you,
some.
if you were invited here to do business, to negotiate, you have been fooled. There is no negotiation. There is only their wish that they will impose upon you.
Hmm.
Well,
I saw that coming.
Well,
Okay.
they may not impose their will this time. This is more of a mutually beneficial agreement, seeing as how there is a being outside of these lands who is depriving them of more subjects by resurrecting people properly rather than through necromancy.
Oh,
It is to their benefit if they wish to swell their subjects to assist us in dealing with him.
uh,
Hmm.
so you're telling me that you are the caped heroes that will save the evil lords?
No, no, we're just the
no,
latest group of fuck ups who found themselves in a bad position and are doing what we have to survive.
we're tangled in quite a few ways. We'll put it that way.
It still sounds funny to me.
I hate this.
I mean, have you heard any good jokes in the last 500 years?
Uh, no, no.
How old are you?
Now,
Uh,
now, Caspian, you never ask a woman her age. It's not polite.
And a man he
I,
said,
Sorry,
I,
my
I,
dear.
and the
I don't
imperishable
fail.
masters, how they got to their.
Ventriloquism.
Well, I don't have many friends or really anyone to speak to other than ghosts. So no, it's been a long time since I heard a joke. Why don't you make me laugh then?
Oh, oh.
Uh,
I mean, I could
uh,
haze the new guy so mean, so meanly, but I won't.
No, no.
uh,
Okay, do your worst. At this point, I'm interested. Come on.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
okay,
promise I
yeah,
fine.
won't
it
get
brought him
mad.
to the Necropolis.
All
Yeah.
right, okay. But I was trying to be nice. Jean pantses you.
Mhm.
That's the joke. I doubt she'll laugh, but I don't have anything better. After all, my wisdom's low.
She not only doesn't
Okay.
laugh, she sighs.
knock knock.
That was unoriginal.
Well, sometimes the old jokes are the best.
Uh, knock knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
You're. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Coming out
No, you're
here.
supposed to say boo.
I
You
should have
didn't get
stayed in my room looking at the wall.
Okay,
In
all right, fine. You
contemplation.
want a joke? Here's one. An undead, a murderer, and a pervert walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey there, Strahd. What can I get you today?"
it. Hey.
Well, you know what? I met a necromancer with a great sense of humor once. He really knew how to raise the mood.
Ah, ha ha ha
Nah,
ha.
nah, 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 nah.
That's not much better, but I'll give you points for trying. You haven't heard good ones in a few centuries.
What did the zombie gigolo say to his first client?
What?
Hit the tip.
Oh,
Well,
really? Zombie goes into a hairdresser, needs a new hairdo. When he asks him how much, he says, "Just a little off the top." Walks out, missing half his head.
Oh god.
Fine. Okay. Let me get off the undead angle. How many drow does it take to change a torch?
to change the torch.
I'm afraid to ask.
One?
None. They all have dark vision.
Ah,
Oh no.
So, jokes aside, are you really that starved for company? Because personally, and forgive me if I am being rude, but I usually am. Um, there must be a reason other than like seeking company that you are here speaking with us. So, what do you want to gain from us? Come on.
Well, are you willing to do business? I do have some artifacts that I gathered during all these years, and I'm willing to
Artifacts.
partake of some for a price.
Actually,
Okay, that's
what's
interesting. I like that.
I have no use for gold, as you might already know.
what's your
What's
price?
I only trade in blood.
what so?
Well, what do you have for sale? I guess would be the first important question.
I do have some items. And then she starts to getting things out of her pocket. You see a very nice dagger. It looks ritualistic in nature. You're not you're not sure if it is supposed to be used in combat or if it has any other uses. Uh, you do see some spell scrolls, probably of necromancy and whatnot. You do
Does she have
see.
a pocket of holding?
Uh,
Does she have a pocket of holding because she's taking spell scrolls and a dagger out of her pockets?
yeah, out of uh, her belongings, like the dagger
Oh,
she took
okay.
from a what is it called? From she unsheathed it, and the scrolls of
Backpack?
yeah. No, the
It's a pocket of
Okay.
many things.
no.
A
What
pocket
is
of
the name of
holdings.
the thing that you keep your sword or your dagger? The
Your scabbard.
Scabbard.
yeah. She gets the dagger from a scabbard. She gets the scrolls from maybe a scroll case.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
everything seems normal. Uh, there is a amulet and a cloak that looks magical, and uh, yeah, yeah, and there is a magical wand as well. Three magical items, scrolls, and a dagger. Oh, okay.
And what might these be, fair lady?
Fair, really.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you're not tan.
Tastes may vary, just like the quality of the vision.
There is no use of well, well, being this kind,
Polite.
polite in here. But I digress. The amulet, ironically, it's to help keeping you alive. The cloak, it's for shape shifting into a creature of the night. And the wand, it's to strike fear in the heart of your enemies. The scrolls are for speaking, raising, gently reposing, and animating the dead. And the dagger, it's more like a good luck charm or like a good gift, if you will.
Oh, okay. I found the dagger and the amulet interesting.
Hmm. What can the cloak turn you into specifically?
Yeah. In games terms, it's does any of you have the identify spell?
I don't think I do.
Rydell.
No.
I'm tracking.
Identify is ritual spell as well. So if you have it,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ritual spell for level 1. Yeah, I don't have the ritual spell because I thought I wouldn't need it in this campaign in this case.
Yeah, we
But
don't got any.
I assume the cloak is for turning into a bat.
yeah. Okay.
She said creature of the night.
Yeah. Let's put
Yeah.
it. Let's
Cloak
do
for the
it
bat.
this way. Let's do it this way. If you guess correctly, I will tell you if it's correct or not. But I'll not tell you what it is. And right now,
Okay.
it's a cloak of the bat. It's exactly that.
Okay.
I didn't
I,
even know there was an item called that.
Oh, there is. Pretty nice.
I had to
Amulet,
guess
amulet of
about the
protection, something like that.
The amulet? No.
The amulet of death ward,
No.
amulet of AC +1.
No.
Is it? Is it a
Mm,
sanctum
Probably gives
amulet?
No.
probably gives advantage on death saves.
There's what is?
Interesting.
I'm trying to remember. There's an item that when you would drop to 0 puts you at 1 instead, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it doesn't do that.
Interesting. Well,
But
if
are
the
we
amulet
playing the
helps us
guessing
out,
game or
I just, I just,
Um.
I want the amulet anyway. So since I kind of like a glass cannon, it would be helpful in the future.
Oh. Um. Is it? Is it a periapt of wound closure?
no?
Mm,
Well,
I have
is it a
no idea.
revivify? Like an amulet of revivify?
The
how
scroll?
much for the amulet and the dagger?
I'm gonna bet the dagger gives you like a luck roll.
Is it a luck dagger?
The dagger is mundane. It doesn't look magical.
Oh, so it's just a
Oh,
ritual dagger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
It doesn't bear a magical aura, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have anything special. Maybe it serves for some other purpose, but Noxala doesn't explain anything
yeah.
to you.
But if you
But
talked about it, I want the dagger anyway,
yeah,
just
but
for being like a gift she told us. It seems to be nice. Since I'm a wizard, I would like to use the dagger,
she
like a ritualistic dagger or just
she
like that.
presents 4 flasks, and puts on the stone table and says, "I want. I will exchange a flask full of blood for any one of these,
Oh, okay.
but one may not give their blood more than once."
Hmm.
so it's each buzz.
Okay. So who wants what?
Okay.
Since I'm a wizard, and I like the idea of the ritualistic dagger, even not knowing what it was made of or what it serves for.
If I
Okay.
could pitch something, I think the spell scrolls might be of more use to.
The speak
Yes,
with
absolutely.
dead, the animate dead, the gentle repose,
Yeah.
and I think he said raise dead as well.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
raise dead, not revivify. Raise dead is past, I believe. Let me
To your
double
call.
let me double check what the revivify is the third level one, and then raise dead it's
Yeah.
the fifth level one. Revivify, I know it needs to be cast 1 minute after in at
Within a minute,
yeah
yes.
within a minute. and raise that it's within 10 days.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, anime dead could be very helpful. You could put that in your spell book.
Yep.
Yeah,
Speak
I'm
with
thinking
dead
about
could be
that.
very helpful.
Yeah, I'm thinking about those too.
The cloak could be pretty handy for our archer over here. Maybe help them get up,
Oh yeah.
high
Yeah.
ground.
Not a bad
No,
idea.
this I can find the scrolls in the future in other places. Besides that, they're not as rare as the other gifts, I believe. I suppose the dagger and the amulet and the cape will be rarer to find in the future.
Yeah. I'm very curious about
Uh,
this amulet.
I think the amulet should go to you. You being our relative tank here. If it's like to keep you alive, I think is what she said. That might be very helpful for you
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
So mechanically, what does filling a flask of blood does with us?
Nothing. It's
Oh,
tiny.
okay.
It's a tiny flask. Doesn't
Oh,
do.
tiny. Okay.
It's just the weight of giving our blood to someone. We don't know them. We don't know what they'll do with it.
Yeah.
It's like just a blood test.
It's just to see if you're O
One, one
positive.
sample.
Yeah.
How positive.
Okay,
One
so
simple
we
system.
want the cloak. We want the amulet.
Uh,
Do we have any use for a dagger of fear?
The
Mm,
wand.
Or
not
I mean a
really,
wand of
no.
Yeah.
fear.
Not really, no.
Not
Okay.
here.
I mean,
I
like,
assume the wonders for Fury.
A ritual dagger.
Yep.
And then there's one more left. What? So we have
Dagger, amulet, cape.
that leaves scrolls and the wand.
The scrolls, I think, are more useful. Just like I've
We're
already
gonna be
got the ability to
here.
cause fear.
Yeah, I think no one wants the wand, so pick a scroll.
Okay. Well, okay, so which is gonna be of most use to us, let's say right away as far as those scrolls go?
I think
Speak with dead, animate dead, raise dead, gentle repose? Do we
mm,
do we have gentle repose? Because we might need it for um the lady's body.
Oh,
Do we
I've already
already
got
have
gentle
that?
repose.
You do?
okay.
I do.
Okay, so that one
I've
go.
also got animate dead. I think not the
Okay.
raised dead, but the animate one. I think I do
So then
too.
do we want
Well,
raise or speak?
Uh,
praise.
so mm,
I think speak might be pretty helpful though.
yeah,
Just depends really.
Mm. Yeah, your choice.
Yeah. Whoever's
Yeah,
gonna need the
that'd be.
spells.
well, I could use any of them. I like any of them just as much.
Mm.
Okay.
I
So
think Speak with the Dead could be more useful in frequency.
Yes. But if we don't have Revivify,
I do have a.
well, we still need a diamond worth 500 gold for raise dead, so
That's true.
Okay.
I do,
speak
I
with
do
dead's
have
probably the
spare
best
diamond.
bet. Okay. So do we have our four things then?
Yes.
I guess I'll if we're wanting the dagger, I can pay for that one.
I'll pay for the cloak.
I'll pay for the amulet.
For the dagger.
Okay.
Uh,
So, what it is? The amulet. You have the amulet, right?
Uh huh.
You
mm,
wanted that to go to Jean, right?
mm.
That was the idea, I think.
Yeah, but you still have to see what is best. Actually, John, do you have a 14 constitution?
I do actually, exactly 14.
Wow, yeah, so that might actually be good because I thought, oh no, John might have like an 18 constitution. So the amulet of health, the one that once you're attuned to it, changes your constitution score to 19 while you're wearing.
Wow.
Uh,
Oh yes, that's
Damn.
nice.
Firstly, I thought it wouldn't be nice, but from 14 to 19, it's a very good
Oh,
buff.
that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really good.
Yeah.
You have to recalculate your HP because you have more HP for each level. So it
Oh,
does.
it auto calculates it for me with D&D Beyond.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
That jumps me 16 points.
Nice.
Ooh.
Just one item. Yeah. 16 is like the average attack, and if you're with rage on you, you can take like two attacks. But yeah,
Hey,
the
that's two
cloak,
more than
the cloak is with you.
Yep.
Okay, so the
Look at the
cloak
bats.
of the bat. Yeah. While wearing and attuned to the cloak, you have advantage on stealth checks. In an area of dim light or darkness, the necropolis is perpetually dim light or darkness, okay? You can grip the edges of the cloak and use it to gain a fly speed of 40 feet. If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying this way, or you are no longer uh, in dim light or darkness, you lose this fly speed. So that means you drop without, and you will take fall damage. While wearing the cloak in an area of dim light or darkness, you can cast Polymorph on yourself, shape shifting into a bat. While in that form, you retain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. The cloak can be used this way again until the next dawn.
Nice.
You can fly
nice.
while in your true form, still do all your actions, or you can shapeshift into a bat, so to infiltrate or maybe gain knowledge.
Mhm.
That's up to you. The wand, you're not taking the wand, right?
No.
Correct.
Right.
Just the spell scrolls. So what spell scrolls are you getting?
How many are we allowed?
Two for one flask.
Okay.
I was
Well, then we
thinking
can take
one, but I can make
the
it for
anime
two.
did to speak with this.
Speak with dad and raise dad,
I mean, I don't know.
or
I'm
you
not the one taking the calls, so
you still have gentle repose and animate dad. I don't know if you're going to use animate dad, right?
Well, you already have both of those, right?
I think so. Yes. I at least have gentle repose. I know for a fact I have that.
So,
Uh,
And the dagger,
speak and raise.
speak and raise. Okay, write that down. And the dagger, as I said, it's a ritualistic dagger. In
Yes.
its stat is the same as a regular dagger. It's 1d4. There are no magical effects, but that does not mean that it's useless.
Yeah.
You might find a purpose for it.
Yes. I intend on doing that.
Okay. With that, as you are writing everything down, double checking your items, let's take a quick break, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
And we will resume in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay?
All
Nice.
right.
Okay.
Just a short rest, and we'll be back soon.
uh, actually.
Let's do it.
Let's
Noxala,
do it.
the weird merchant, uh, she says then, well, it has been a pleasure. I wanted to say that I
Likewise.
wish you good luck, but there is nothing that luck will do for you in here. So, farewell for now.
Farewell. For what it's worth, I wish you luck in your endeavors.
She agrees with her head, but she starts leaving back to where she came.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, on that disquieting note, are we just going to sit here until the meeting, or because if I may pitch an idea, I think our time would be best served if we went looking for that jar, perhaps. Because I don't know how much time we'll have after that meeting, or if we will be able to search for it afterward.
Well,
Hmm.
Since you're in Necropolis, I would like also to research necromancy, but yeah, looking for the judge would be better now.
I mean, I wouldn't mind looking into a few things while I'm here too. Maybe getting more intimate with this grimoire of mine. I tap the book that I got
Get a
a while
souvenir
back.
from Necropolis before coming back. Perhaps a human theme or something like that.
Something like that.
uh,
I guess it's up to you to yell. I mean, if we feel like we should just sit here, play it safe, I I understand that. This place is very concerning.
It is.
Hmm. Well, yes. On one side, like roaming around as the only living thing in a city full of undead would kinda be like getting out and screaming buffets open.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do I put this? What's the best way to go about this? There aren't people roaming around for us to simply ask questions of. We Speaking with the dead would be our best option, finding clues about this jar, but we need someone who would have had some sort of knowledge about it. So that's a very, very long shot. It's possible that the unperishable masters know of this jar, or perhaps even have it,
Hmm.
but just
Well,
randomly wasting your arcane strength on random dead people in the ground. Unless, of course, you could summon someone who would have knowledge of such a thing. Do you have some sort of specialized summon spell for specific purposes?
Oh, I don't.
I mean, I could ask a question out into the ether. That's about it. I don't have any specific means of contacting anything. Let me see. I'm gonna flip through my little grimoire. Look through my little spells here. I mean, I could. I do have a Guardian of Faith. I do have that spell. I could, if this may be a little little wacky and weird, and not how this works. We could see about me summoning a Guardian of Faith and speaking with dead to it to ask it some questions. Maybe it knows. Will point us in a direction in the city.
John's gonna slap himself in the forehead and say, "Oh, we're a pack of idiots," and dash out of the tavern after Nox Allah.
Oh wait, was that a bad pitch? Was that wrong?
You
I'm
We
are.
trying.
had somebody who literally just told us she hunts down relics and valuable things, and we didn't
You're right.
ask her.
We didn't.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought about asking her about the job, but since she didn't take a jar out of her pocket, I thought she wouldn't know it about it.
I mean,
No,
I was just being rude.
I.
Okay, let's
Uh,
go.
no, I knew, but I didn't ask her on purpose. People, we just met her.
We did just met
Also,
her.
also a good point.
She could have
Okay.
sold us out.
Well, we
She
gave
could
her our
still.
blood, so any kind of blood ritual to control us or track us down is already out there. We basically gave her
Right.
everything she needs to sell us out.
Yeah.
That is an
Well,
excellent point.
That is the
we may.
pinnacle. That's the pinnacle of D&D. Doing some shit and then like minutes afterwards, before
Yep.
any sort of repercussion. Yeah, we screwed that up. Tried
I was counting on that already, but
Yeah, no,
We,
that is D&D. That is what D&D is.
yeah.
we may as well ride this train wreck while the wheels are still on it. All right.
Hey now, you're never gonna get with a woman if you call her a train wreck. Stop that.
Hey, that's not what I meant. Okay. We should run after her though.
Yep, that is what I am doing.
Yeah, I'll run after you.
Well,
Yeah, I'm coming to.
as uh, you make haste, you look around, and the shadows of the city are hindering your possibility of finding her. You will not be able to unless you succeed using your skills. So, this will be an extended uh, uh, check, okay? So, everyone can participate. You can either participate by rolling a skill or by using your action to give guidance or I don't know, any sorts of buffs that you, or maybe the help action, anything you want to do, you can participate by either rolling or helping another. So you can use your perception or investigation freely. But if you want to use a some if you have any creative use for any other skill, for example, if Jean wants to roll his history check as of his knowledge of the city. If someone wants to roll their survival as a way of tracking down, you may use any other skill once if you have a good argument. But
I
if you have
can.
a good point. but
I can
I
try
wanna
a
roll
new.
Arcana.
why?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, locate person.
oh.
There's that spell, yeah.
Locate object on the wand that we just saw.
What about our
No,
blood?
the
We
blood.
just our blood.
Oh, no, because that would just point at us.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
That's true. That's true. Uh, I mean, I could try to use perception. I got like a 5 to it. I
I
got a
mean,
plus
I can
5.
use history. I mean, see if I recall where people would hide.
I'm gonna try to roll Arcana to sense the aura of the magical items she was carrying with her.
I can help both. I have a +6 in Arcana and a +6 in History.
Oh, we
Dang!
could try to. Oh wait. We could
I'd
try to
rather
locate
you
that.
roll, but
Wait, hold on.
unfortunately, you
'Cause
don't know anything
she
about this
she
place, I'm sure.
she still has that wand though. We could
Right,
locate object on that wand.
that's what I'm saying.
I think
So
I
does
could by the
someone
wand.
actually have the spell Locate Object?
No, that's the thing. I don't think I do.
Okay.
I do not. No.
You did use locate
Oh,
object last session, I believe, or the one before that.
did I?
No, I don't know who used, if it was right now or. Oh, was it a spell scroll?
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't. I mean, I. Uh, it's possible I had some. I was a sorcerer mostly, so maybe.
Mm,
But I'm now like all
Doesn't
cleric,
show.
so
Doesn't show.
I've completely respec
all right,
since then.
you said you can help out,
Hmm.
David?
Yes.
Oh, well, let's try history.
Okay. So you have advantage.
That's good because that first roll was dog crap, but the second roll was solid.
Okay, so
Testing.
Oh,
it's the first success.
it's a 9.
Oof.
Oof. Well,
Could I use my knowledge of this place to point him in the likely direction somebody would go to their hiding spot or to where people would reside? To give him advantage on his perception.
No, because you already used a skill. Uh,
Okay, just checking.
you once everyone rolls or do something, you will be able to do something again. So
Okay.
right now,
Okay.
it's up to you. You if you have proficiency in perception, you can help Caspian, or you can do something else. You said you wanted to do Arcana, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I have perception to help. Uh, I am proficient in perception, so I could help.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Your perception is for +5?
It's still a plus 5. It's not
Okay,
the
so
worst.
yeah, I think it could help better just rolling at Arcana, trying to sense the aura of the wand or the spell scrolls.
Whatever you think is best.
Yeah.
Right, so
And you,
can I roll Arcana based on that argument?
What again? Sorry.
He
Uh,
wants to see if he can use his arcana
No, yeah,
to
yeah. You can go ahead and roll.
detect the
I
aura.
was
okay
waiting
then.
for the roll.
Okay, just let me toggle to it to normal.
Oof.
Damn,
Oh,
the throw sucked.
Yeah. Two failures
Okay.
and just one success.
We
Okay, now you all may choose something to do again.
uh will we use that D10 that we got from the recap?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can
No,
use a D10.
no. I'd rather not. Let's keep it for like life or death situation. Pun
Let's keep it
intended.
from being the head of the city. Um, does anybody want to use survival? I have proficiency, but I only have a +2. I'll help track.
I think
Uh,
we used all of our stuff, didn't we?
do I have survival? Nope. I am a learned man. I have acrobatics, arcana, history, perception, and persuasion.
I mean, you could try to proceed.
I just have a
So,
+3.
I have history too. Somehow I'm good at history too.
I need an argument for how I can use my athletics. It's a +7.
You're running somewhere that they pointed you to.
I mean, based off my history roll, could I use my athletics to chase off in that direction and hopefully find them or spot them?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, yes, 24.
Nice.
Nice.
John is carrying the team in this trial.
He really is. He really is. We're all kind of frazzled. He's been here
Off my
before.
back, I'm not enlarged.
Yeah, but you're our local guide.
John, please, I've never been here.
And you're zombie bait.
I'm like more fit than I am. Could you please just wait?
All right, who's got the next roll?
You can try to roll history based on, you know, knowledge about multicultural stuff I learned
Also,
from the alma
also,
mater in
yeah, also, since we already had history, arcana, and athletics, skills who are not perception and investigation, those cannot be used by the group no more, okay? You have to
Oh, okay.
go back to perception and investigation. Those are free to use every time, or you must choose a new skill that hasn't been used by anyone yet. Okay?
So I
All
have a
right.
suggestion for those of you who are wise. Could you use your insight into the habits of Shatter Kai to get an idea of where they would like to hide?
Yeah. Mine is a 2. I'm not proficient
Mine
in it.
sucks.
I mean, it's just an idea.
Yeah, I will better rolling in investigation.
All right, go for it.
13.
Okay. Uh, do you wish to give help on investigation, Caspian or Van, or do you wish to give guidance?
Investigation, I don't
Um,
think I have the skill, so I cannot help.
I, I do not have skill. I do not have proficiency in investigation either.
Nope, not proficient.
Yep.
And either
Uh,
you
I have a
guide him.
+3, but I'm not
I can,
proficient.
I can cast guidance on you. It'd be a
Yeah,
D4.
yeah, guidance.
I think that's what I'm best suited for.
Nice. Okay.
15 now.
You turned a failure into
Okay.
a success.
Whee! Come on,
Van,
my friend.
what
We
do you
got
do?
this.
The hand of the dead helped.
This is the third success, right?
Yep,
I think
3
so.
total.
Okay, one more. What Van do? Van. Better yet.
What have we rolled so far?
We've
We have not
rolled
rolled
Arcane.
survival.
We have not rolled Survival. I have a 2 to Survival.
Well, this
I
is
have like
for David.
+0.
Okay.
Do you have what is your main skills, David?
Acrobatics at +7. Arcana and History at +6. Perception at +3. And Persuasion at +2.
Yeah, persuasion. I don't see how it can be used, but
I can I can
acrobatics.
persuade myself to find the
You can
guy.
find
Self-suggestion.
persuade the group to be more to
Persuade
search.
the wind to tell you where she is.
Yeah.
You could call out to her and be like, come out, we just want to talk. Try and
We
convince her to
have a
come out.
question.
We have a question. I actually have a +6 to Persuasion.
Okay, but acrobatics it's a +7 for you, right?
Yep.
That's something you can be creative to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't used acrobatics.
Hmm.
I wanted to try like a dex-based fighter. So
Well, could you get on top of a building and see if you can spot her?
I have the cloak of the bat.
Ooh.
It's not
Might as well
attuned,
Yeah.
try
though.
it.
Ah,
I don't think we've had enough time to attune to things.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, getting you to a higher vantage point so you can see them with your
I
acrobatics.
mean, you could jump on John.
Yeah, you could springboard off of my head to a building.
Okay, I can try that.
I mean, it's either that or just a basic perception.
Can I?
We've already used Perception.
No,
Right, but
perception
you think
and investigation are free to use every time.
Oh, right. My bad.
Okay. Can I use acrobatics?
Yes,
Okay. Rolling.
you're trying to. Okay, a 15
That's
is a success.
yeah.
So that's 4 successes and 2 failures. So Jean runs around. Everyone starts looking, starts trying to make sense of uh, this shadowy labyrinth that you find yourselves in. You look around. You you try to conclude which ways are possible, are plausible that your goal might have went to. You run, you spin around, and since you are the last one to roll, Van,
Hmm.
you're the one who sees Naxala, the now wearing a cloak, as if she was trying to be sneaky and
Hmm.
not be seen running around. She stops in front of a pyramid, a stone pyramid, not the largest
Okay.
one, but a very tall one nonetheless.
Okay.
The door is a big block of stone, solid stone, and she makes strength to move it. But before she enters it, she stands before the door and looks around, as if she is making sure she is not be seen getting there.
Okay. Um, I don't make any sound, but if someone is like looking at me, I point at the pyramid, like rather surreptitiously. Like,
Do we see any ghosts or inhabitant of the necropolis who could point us who lives in that pyramid?
You see no ghosts, no zombies, no nothing.
Makes sense. She seems to be serving someone big. Perhaps that is Mr. Decay.
Possibly.
Maybe.
What should we do?
Well, you see her.
Should we just go up? Are we?
I mean, we can call out or we can just go up.
Yeah,
I think I'm wary about calling out in the middle of this quiet necropolis. So I think
yeah.
I'll just walk up to her.
Let's just follow her.
Okay.
Okay, so you go to the same pyramid, right?
Mm.
Okay. The the stone door is closed again. Are you going to open it, or are you going to do something? Take some caution before you do it, or are you just going to go straight there?
Just barging in might not be the wisest thing. Should we
Hmm.
knock?
I mean, you can if you'd like, or we can try to open it.
I'm just worried about like like opening it and just like kind of making the wrong impression by just barging in there.
I mean, or we just knock and be like, call out her name and just be like, hey, we have a question.
I think that might be the best course of action. I'm wary about causing trouble in this city.
But
This,
whoever's got the highest persuasion should do that, not me.
I think unless anybody has higher than CX,
Oh no.
Higher than what?
6. I got very persuasive.
Yeah,
uh, I'll I'll knock on the stone door.
I have the
Uh,
party face now.
yep. Uh, Miss Knox, if we could just have a minute of your time, I don't mean to intrude. Um, and we just had a question, if you mind.
You you call, but you're not answered. Just silence.
Okay.
And I try to open the door.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to be polite.
There is no try. You open the door.
Okay.
So, is that what you're going to do?
I mean,
Uh,
yeah. I guess.
I mean, they said they would find us when it was time for the meeting, so
You're
there's
correct.
no harm in following.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Cool.
we did try to knock and ask. We didn't get any response. So
Cool.
no
You
harm just poking our heads in.
John, using his strength, pushes the stone door, and
Hmm.
those clouds of dust come from within towards the outside. The darkness that you're used to almost greet you as if they were alive by itself. The atmosphere inside the pyramid is heavier. There seems that you feel the feeling of uninvitedness. Maybe I just invented a word, but who knows? It's almost like the place, almost like the pyramid itself had a will of its own, and it's not pleased with your presence there. But what exactly you will find inside, it remains to be seen next week, okay?
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah,
Well, it was interesting anyway.
I uh, I love the necropolis.
My
Oh
philosophy
god.
with these types of places that are supposed to be mysterious is that for every answer that I give you, I have to create more questions. That is my
Makes
design
sense.
philosophy.